Pelican Bay under Inskip Point is a pretty secure little anchorage in most types of wind. From here you can travel south to Tin Can Bay, which is a great little village and there's shops available. But most will head north up through the Sandy Strait and into Hervey Bay. Well, it's a pretty crook looking morning and had to put a jumper on. It's a bit cool. But we've just left Pelican Bay and we're going to head up to Gary's Anchorage. We'll probably spend a couple of days up there. There's a strong wind warning out, so be a good place to hold up out of the wind. And yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a wet day. Not a long trip, will only take us about 2 hours to get up there, and we'll make ourselves comfy. The Great Sandy Strait is marked from the south to the north as the direction of voyage. And the first mark we're looking for is a starboard lateral buoy. Once around this mark, we'll pick up leads in line that will take us across to the next set of lateral marks. Well, it's great, there's a bit of sun out. Pretty ordinary this morning. It looked like we're going to get some heavy rain, but it hasn't happened. It's all stayed out to sea. What we've decided to do though, we just left Pelican this morning and we're just heading up to Gary's Anchorage. It's just in front of us. I've got to go up around a cardinal mark up here and into Gary's. We'll get in there. There's a bit of strong wind coming, so strong wind warning for all of the Queensland coast, so we're going to get in there and hide out of that wind. Now the downside of Gary's is can be a lot of sandflies and mosquitoes in there, so you want to have screens up, but we'll go and have a look at it. If it's really bad, we'll leave there and probably head up through Sheridan Flat, the shallow bit of the Sandy Strait, and we'll head up to Kingfisher. In a southeaster, anywhere along Fraser Island gets you out of a southeaster, so it's good sheltered water. If it goes around to the north, it's a different kettle of fish, but in a southeaster that's supposed to blow from, we'd have good shelter anywhere up the inside of Fraser, so we could leave here and go to Kingfisher. Anyway, let's get up to this next mark and get into Gary's. There are plenty of shoals in here, but the channel's well marked all the way up to the anchorage. The holding's good and we anchor in about 5 metres of water. It's easy to get ashore here and there's plenty of walking tracks if you're that way inclined. We even find that there's no biting bugs around at this time of the year and settle in for a pleasant night in a calm anchorage. Well, this is our second day in Gary's anchorage. We decided not to leave this morning because there was quite a bit of southerly blowing and it would have been pretty ordinary up at Kingfisher. That'll be our next destination. And we've had sunshine, we've had cloud, we've had rain, we had quite a bit of wind this morning, but now dead calm. Maybe we should leave and head to Kingfisher this afternoon. I'll have a look at it, have a look at what the tide's doing and have a look at what the time is. This is the north entrance into Gary's. It's not as deep as the southern entrance, so if you draw a bit, don't do it. If you don't draw too much, you can do this at high tides. We navigate through the shoals at Sheridan Flat a little bit before high tide, but we still have plenty of water. We could stop at South White Cliffs, but decide to run all the way down to Kingfisher. Well, that's been a good little trip through the Sandy Strait, across Sheridan Flats, nearly at high tide. Got the tide a little bit buggered up. We would have been here probably half an hour earlier, but I didn't have the tide set at the right place, so we were looking at the tide down at the entrance instead of Sheridan Flat. So we've been pushing it all the way here, so we've lost a knot of speed on the way down, but it's been quite pleasant. The sun has been out. There's got a lot of rain around still and dark clouds, so we're just going to get down here and it'll still be light when we anchor up off the resort, and then we'll make that home for a few days, I think, and we should be out of the wind, although there's not much wind here now, but it is a little bit from the west, if anything, so as long as it doesn't get up, we'll be all right. We're pretty comfy in Gary's, but yeah, it's, we had to do it this time of the afternoon just to get the tide right to get across Sheridan Flat. Anyway, we'll get down here, anchored up, and then have some dinner. get the pick down and settle in for a few pretty wet days. If this video has helped you plan a passage, please consider subscribing to the channel or give us a like, and if you make a comment I might be able to make these videos a bit better. Thanks for watching, dudes. Catch you on the next one.